I don't know a huge amount about Japanese culture, but I'm pretty sure that this is the point at which all Disney executives are meant to commit seppuku.
Come on! Here it comes!
Okay, you know the story. Berk, shitty place, rough place, apart from those very pretty daffodil fields and also that unbelievably beautiful hidden grotto not that far from town. Doesn't matter. So Hiccup is a disappointment to his father, and he's not the only one this time. Here's a message though, boys. The message to this film. For kids of this and the last generation, I guess. All you have to do to make your father be finally proud of you is to catch an uncatchable beast, tame it, become the best jock and student in school, find the ultimate hiding place of your clan's ancient enemies and slay their kaiju queen bee, and also score the baddest girl in school. How to Train Your Dragon is about Hiccup and his Jared Butler-shaped dad again. They are plagued by dragons in this town. Hiccup starts training to kill dragons while also having found one that he brought down with a machine he made. It's the fastest dragon in the world. It's the unholy merging of lightning and death or something like that. And he brought it down in his first ever attempt to shoot it down. How did he do this? Well, he is the protagonist of a young adult book. That's how. Anyway, one of the important things I think that we don't pick up on enough here is that the real reason this and the original film are both being so successful is because these people finally decided not all American films have to just take some random thing and make it into a dog. They took dragons and made them into cats. Much better idea. Okay, man, this is wild. Let's start with the casting. Much maligned across many live-action remakes, Disney. Not always fairly so, but here, ridiculous. I'm not just talking about Jared Butler, who managing to bring your own larger-than-life beast of a warrior character to the screen in live-action, insane. He did that so unbelievably well, I was stunned at times, just looking at him being like, wow, they have crushed that. But also, Mason Thames. I mean, Jay Baruchel played Hiccup. He was like a comedian in his 30s, and that's where he got all that kind of quirky, nerdy charisma and energy and comedy. I couldn't believe that coming from a live-action teenager. Never mind an actual 17-year-old kid the actor is. He crushed it. And Nico Parker as well. There were times where as Astrid, she was just saying the same line, like, just little things, little moments, like when he drops her off in the final act and she just goes, go. Or when she's like saying, the whole scene where she confronts him and she's saying like, what are you going to do about it? Like, there were times where I was like, oh my god, carbon copied. Like, it is incredible how similar she was and how much she embodied Astrid. It was nuts. And I do think that brings me to my next point, because this was as close as we will probably ever get, I imagine, to a carbon copy remake. This is the Psycho remake of children's films. Like, I cannot fathom how shot for shot this is at times. And you know what? That's a good thing. Like, it's a good thing. I know that Disney are sometimes remaking films that are way older and need a bit of updating, which is fine. But they didn't feel the need to add extra 20 minutes of backstory here or any of that. They just did the same thing. And if you're going to, I mean, because it's only 15 years old, the original film, this is still an aggressive money grab. But if you're going to money grab, this is, in my mind, the right way to just do it. Few notes here. Hiccup is the embodiment of accidentally became important at work and it's ruining my life. Jared Butler dabbing was my horror show. I think they probably should have called the original book How to Catch a Baddie, because that would have probably got a lot more young boys to actually read the book, but they would have expected it to have been written by Andrew Tate or something, so yeah. I feel like the one character that didn't resonate for me in live action was Roughnut, the identical twin girl. They just stripped back all of her character, left her with nothing, basically. No personality. I thought that was a kind of random one, but everybody else was just translated pretty much flawlessly. It was incredible. I can't love it as much as the original, because it is just a brutal ripoff of it. But seeing that, everything again, seeing the whole story again on screen like this, it was beautifully done. This is the right way to do a live-action remake, although I still think there's no reason or right way to do a live-action remake, if you know what I mean. Mostly just hearing the music again, the music slightly being reduxed. Man, there were a lot of cinema seats wet with like tears of varying kinds. Mine was just, that music makes me moister than an oyster, man. It really got me. I can't imagine this ever being surpassed. I ever enjoying something that is a live-action remake more than this, from Disney, from DreamWorks, from anything. I don't think there's another DreamWorks film that they can do this with where it's going to work as well. But they're down the road now, and I am in the hellhole of seeing that like half the biggest releases in Hollywood each year now are live-action remakes. It sucks. Really, really don't love it. But I did love this film. If there was no How to Train Your Dragon before this, this would be a 5-star for me. But I'm giving How to Become a Jock 4.5 stars. God, I feel like there's just so much more to talk about with this. Every inch of it was just like, oh my goodness. Watching it, I loved a lot of the little additions and little things they did. But mostly, I just... it really gets me. When they actually included the lines like, I'm so proud to be your dad, and then he was like, that's all I ever needed. I was just like,